come with educational materials.
Well,
Hey, how are you?
Oh, Barney Totes.
Barty B. I mean, Barty. How are you? Barty, right? Barty.
Barty, yeah.
Barney. Oh, thanks.
I've known about you guys forever.
Hi, Barty. Let's go. Why don't you jump on mic 3 here?
Do you want a chair or no chair?
Oh, how about you take the chair?
I'm asking, chair or no chair?
I can do whatever.
Or Ryan's lap. It's
Yeah. Which is a chair. It's kind of a chair.
The power of asking. Give it up for Barty Toto, everybody.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
Totes.
Barty, how do we meet you? How do we find out about you? I'm trying to remember. How do did we see you on social media and then you connected with Olivia and
Actually, you know what's funny is.
So go right into the microphone. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, actually, sorry guys.
The power of the microphone.
The power of the microphone, not the power of asking. Okay, so Olivia and I met on Instagram several months ago, and we connected. And then I've known about you guys forever, being raised in the islands, and listening to you guys for a while. And so then Olivia, and then the two of you guys. Instagram's amazing. That's pretty much how it happened.
Well,
I'm
yes.
like.
Okay, so she met us through Instagram. Okay.
What she meant is the interwebs. That's her whole answer. The interwebs.
So tell us about your book, The Power of Asking. I mean, we talked to you briefly last week about the power of asking. Is this like an update to The Secret? How would you describe your book?
It's funny. Michael Beckwith, that was in The Secret, wrote the foreword of my book. The power of asking is about creating all that you want. I mean, being raised in the islands, I was basically taught in culture to not open my mouth, meaning that don't speak your mind, don't ask questions, just sit there, listen, look pretty. It's even the culture that I was raised in. My father was Russian, and from that culture and background, it was like you sit there, you look pretty, you don't speak. And so children were to be seen, not heard. I don't know if you guys can identify with that, especially, in the Asian culture, the Tongan culture, a lot of the cultures in our islands, we're taught that. I'm not trying to sound, racist or anything, but it is what it is. And so what I learned is the power of asking, if you don't ask for what you want, you don't get, of course. But asking for that raise, asking for that promotion, asking your spouse maybe a question that you don't want to rock the boat, or asking to be treated with respect, or just asking questions in general. I mean, we were just having this conversation with Ryan about, how, this is my opinion, how our smartphones have become like a detriment.
Why do you think people, maybe HR can answer this question, why don't people like to ask? Like even Asian culture, right? It's like you bow your head, you don't ask, you just kind of like.
Well, I think it has something to do with especially Japan versus American culture. The criticism stereotypically is that we're a very like me culture here in America, right? Give me.
It's all about them.
Right. So they can be over. I think she's saying it can be over exaggerated though, right? Like where the Japan side is like, not me, you, all for you. I'm so sorry. We just walk around and apologize for nobody. We just go around the streets going, I'm so sorry. Who are you talking to? Nobody. Just in case I make a mistake, I'm so sorry. And it comes from we bow and we're just like whatever you want, and we're very just not me, you.
But
you can take it too far, is what you're saying.
Especially with women. Okay, I think women have a huge problem asking, and I'm not
the girls I date, but okay. That's like how about way too much asking?
TMI.
You like that book? I'm like, girl, that's enough asking. I gave you all the stuff already.
Okay, so why do women have a problem?
Olivia, you have to answer this. I mean, I believe that women have a problem because, of being undeserving. A lot of women hide behind their husbands. A lot of women hide behind their culture, to where, like what I was saying growing up, children are to be seen, not heard. As a female, my dad was I'm the man, you're a girl, you're the child, or you're female.
I'm your dad?
Who's your dad?
I'm your back daddy. I'm your daddy.
No, and speaking of that, it's funny because when you said the name of your book and I didn't see the title first, I actually thought asking was spelled ASS. space king, and I was expecting like the Dwayne The Rock Johnson to be on the cover with his butt shot. You know, I was like, I got to read this. But okay, so go on. The power of asking. Yeah.
Okay, Olivia, I want you on the mic here. What do you think about women not asking for what they want?
Okay, so I think that for me personally, my personality is to give. So because
Exactly.
I'm constantly trying to figure out how to make other people's lives better, I have a really hard time trying to figure out how they can also help my life
Right.
be better.
See, it is an Asian thing, though. It's like put everyone else first.
Yeah.
And don't be that sort of like obnoxious American who's gonna like stand in front of like, you know, don't be like me, basically. I'm like the anti-Asian. Like I'm the black sheep in my family. You know, it's like it's weird for you to go like, hey, pay attention to me, give me. And so this is a
Well,
nice, interesting subject you bring
I
on.
gotta
It's
tell
like, but we
you,
can't take it too
and
far,
this is not
Asians.
against people on the mainland,
Right.
but you know, in Hawaii, what I was saying earlier is we're raised with the aloha spirit to be giving. It's all about gratitude.
Right.
We welcome the tourist here. We welcome everyone here. We give,
Right.
give. And then so when we want to ask for something, we feel, or I'm speaking for myself, and Olivia and I had this conversation last night, is that we feel awkward in asking for what we want. And like with myself, sometimes it's, you know, I'm being transparent. I don't have a problem asking for business. I have a problem sometimes receiving, where people say, okay, you know, let's do this, let's put you on TV, and it's like, okay, I need to receive more.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
another part of it, like fear of rejection, right?
Fear of
It's like the
rejection.
human being is twice as adverse to rejection than we are to getting something positive.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like way more afraid of a thing going wrong than we are willing to risk it for that 1 point of right.
Oh my gosh,
right?
I had to have a conversation with someone the other day where I, you know, was asking, voicing my opinion, asking about being treated a certain way with respect, and it didn't go the way I had planned, let's put it that way, but at least I asked and got it out of my system versus holding it back. You know, what we were talking about earlier with spouses and so forth, a lot of people, if they don't like the way their spouse or their girlfriend is maybe treating them or being or whatever, they're not going to ask them, you know, hey, I don't like it when you do this, could you possibly, I want to say you can't change people, but maybe approach me in a different way. Like that's an ask.
Is there a chapter in there about passive-aggressive hinting? the not so powerful version of passive-aggressive hinting. I hate that. Yeah, you're right. Just come out and ask. Ask.
Oh, that's true.
The book is called The Power of Asking, Creating All That You Want by local girl Barty Toto. It's available now. Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon.
Make sure you guys check it out. We'll be talking more with Barty coming up.
You guys are.
What's the most important page in this book?
What's the most important page in the book, guys?
This
The
is where
power
you're
of
saying that I don't
asking.
have a lot of time to read.
I know it's
That's why I said Audible.
okay.
We want the kind Cliff's Notes, guys.
The key,
What is the Cliff's Notes on the power of asking, guys?
probably the key to the power of asking, page 86. I'm guessing.
Okay, that's the title song off the title track off the title album.
Yeah.
See, you know what I did? In the back of the book, I have questions to ask your spouse or your girlfriend, questions to ask your wife, questions to ask their kids.
What page is that?
In the back, it starts on page 126, like questions to ask your wife, your boss, kids.
Yeah. Question ask your wife.
No, I
Who
gotta tell
texted you
you.
last night? Power of asking.
How can I help?
Who this?
But, the power of asking, as far as you're making me laugh,
I know.
is
Watch this. You see now?
we are here with Olivia time.
So
You
this
just
is
are
now
telling
a
Ryan to get up his phone and everyone's on their phone. I'm the only one with a
I know,
goddamn
right?
book in my
She
hand.
was on the phone saying that. You know, these phones are detrimental. Can you have 3 more angles? You know, all of these phones that I'm on right now are detrimental.
Okay, so people, think about it. If people would ask their boss questions, like,
Right.
oh, how was your weekend? Or, get to know them, they might get a more better, now I'm speaking, a raise.
I can tell you were born in Hawaii when you said mo better. Mo better lose.
Mo better.
You know, it's mo better, cuz.
Did she say mo better?
She said mo better.
Oh shit.
I didn't believe the Tongan story till just now. Now I'm like, yeah, she
my
was.
nephew is Joshua Tatafi.
Yeah, we had to Google him though.
Oh, no. I know he's normally on Hawaiian music. Hey guys, we are live here with the Sam and Ryan Show, 939beat.com in Hawaii, talking about the power of asking, creating all that you want. And we've been having too much fun in here. I'm sure there is, don't say that TYPO word. I had an editor.
Okay, so the most important tip.
The most important
Is this
tip.
on page 86? Make a conscious decision to focus on the positive. Is that it?
Probably. People, you know what? People,
You know
they're-
what?
You know what?
You know what I know. You know what?
And, my videographer, Bernardo, you're like, what is she talking about? I told him about pigeon, and he's like, what's pigeon?
Oh, you know what? That's what it is.
You know what? It's more better.
It's mo better. That's the first time that I've ever even used it. I try not to do it on air because then I'm like, oh no. Even though I did hang out with a lot of Hawaiians when I was in a Hawaiian theater group, I try not to do it because I don't want to sound.
How many
like
of
I'm
you
a-
guys, are from or have been to Hawaii? Like we
So Marty, we'll do one more break after the song,
You
and
guys
then
are
we'll wrap it up after this next break, and maybe so you can just give the juice. I know we kind of went long on that last break.
I know we did.
So maybe just like, yo, here's what's in my book. Here's why you got to pick it up. I mean,
Why
page
you-
25 is important to, I like this thing here. You go down to list of some stuff. I think
Oh
everyone
yeah, it's like people make excuses in their lives why they don't ask.
Yeah.
What is that, page 25? I don't
Well,
even remember
I
what
think the why is, do you want to make your life better?
No, like,
Well, it says fear
You
sounds
know.
like this. Excuses for a closing
yeah,
mind.
you guys listening? All right, so excuses for a closed mind. We're not on air yet. I don't have time. It costs too much. That's not my job. I don't have enough help. I'll do it later. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm busy. I will do it tomorrow. These are some of the reasons why people don't ask. My
true.
past is too dark. This is what you think. I need to ask my spouse. Oh, I hate that. It's like, what? Do you not have your own mind?
You sound like me yesterday.
Serious? Do you not have your own mind?
Barney
You guys
Toto would
share
not have a
in
joint
big
Facebook
hearts.
page. She's not the kind.
Um,
Hold on.
Don't do that.
Here,
What?
sorry.
That's not good for
It's a
you.
coffee.
I know, but I can't because I don't have tissues.
What are you crying about?
I
Your nose
sneezed
is
and then I
crying?
plugged my
Oh.
nose, and he was like, "Don't do that. You could,
So you guys have excuses out there. I am a single mom or dad. That's just not me. I don't know anyone. Okay, well, the flying maybe not, but I need to sleep on it. I mean, you guys have so many excuses for not asking or not doing things in life. I know I sound like I'm coming down on you guys, but it's because I love you. Here's one. Get back to reality. People won't buy it. The biggest excuse, I cannot stand it, on people that are on Facebook, is people on Facebook sit there and they're so comfortable with their 5,000 friends. They're afraid to venture out on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, you guys may as well not have a business, seriously. I mean, these guys, Sam and Ryan, iHeartRadio, they are on Instagram, fully active on Twitter. And
I think complimenting us is a good move on your career.
what?
Keep the compliments
Yeah,
going.
the power of
hear?
ass kissing is really what
Can
I-
you hear?
No, I hear music.
It should be.
When I hear music.
93.9 The Beat, Hawaii's #1 hit
Hey,
music
Brenda.
station, Sam and Ryan Show. We're hanging out with Barty Toto. She's got a book. We were telling you about her book called The Power of Asking. She's a local girl. The book just came out yesterday on Amazon. The Power of Asking. We don't like to ask, apparently.
Yeah, we don't like to ask.
So what is the most important page in your book? Like, why should people buy your book?
Okay.
Well, what is the juice in this book? I need to pick up The Power of Asking because what will it do to my life? How will it better my life?
It'll totally change it because you're creating all that you want. I'm using Olivia Ty as an example, okay? Olivia?
Okay, you can use me as a
Okay, I have to use you.
You guys aren't lesbians, right? You guys have been kind of hitting on each other for the last 2 weeks.
No, that's the power
No,
of
we've
asking.
actually known each other a while.
That's a
but
slightly different book, Sam.
we've known
And it's a pop-up book, so I'm
wildly
getting two of
different
them.
book, you know.
We've known each other a while on Instagram, on social media. But with Olivia, I want to tell them your story. It's very inspiring.
Please do.
She was afraid of asking,
Yes.
completely afraid of asking for votes.
We can see she's Asian. Go on.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell us? Are you going to tell us your book is the reason why Olivia won the $25,000?
No, it was her talent, but part of the 25,000. I mean,
Well, you know, a lot of these online contests and even American Idol on these TV shows, what you need is, beyond talent, is support from your fans. And if you don't have the power of asking behind you and you don't ask them to vote for you, they don't know how to support you. So,
And sometimes you can ask and actually get more votes than someone, but still lose because of electoral college. But
Yes,
that's not
exactly.
the point.
Yeah.
You still have to ask.
Yes.
the thing is, if you don't ask, you don't get. Whether it's
Right.
asking for promotion, you want a raise, asking to be treated with respect from your spouse, you know, asking just in general, if you don't ask, you don't get. And the thing that I tell you guys is that when you ask, you're allowing somebody to give back to you. You're allowing someone to give back to you. And a lot of us have a problem with either giving or receiving. And-
Page 25. If it is important if it is important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse.
Yeah, I cannot stand people with excuses. I mean, I still love you, Brian. He's looking at me like.
No, I love it. It's just that you were so sweet for about 30 minutes, and then you just that savage just came out. Oh, I hate people
Everyone
with
who
excuses.
knows me, everyone who knows me knows I'm very transparent and real, and I cannot stand excuses. I tell people excuses are lies
Yes.
that we whisper in our heads, or how we are raised, or whatever, how we're domesticated. But the power of asking, I mean, it's not just a way of life. I have on the back, it says it's not just a way of life, it's a revolution. It'll totally change your life. Even with my business, asking in my personal life, but asking also in business. You know, social media, friend request is an ask. But I ask big, like people that you can't touch, that are untouchable. I ask to be friends with them.
Right, people are afraid, even like while you're talking about that, people are afraid to post too much because they don't want to come off too. And what you're really doing is asking to get followers, you're asking to be
Exactly.
liked, you're
It's
asking to be
like
putting your content out there.
It's like what Olivia did was she asked for votes. I mean, which was very uncomfortable for her. I'm not putting her on the spot. We've been talking about it.
I think you are putting her on the spot. I think you have been putting her on the spot.
No, but the thing is, I love what she's done, and I love the fact that she asked and that she won the 25,000. It's not about the 25,000. It's that she got out of her comfort zone, and she asked, afraid.
Okay, any listener wants to give Sam and Ryan 25 grand? We're asking you for money right
I
now.
am asking. In fact, I'm asking for 100 grand. A
You
million?
just have to get the book.
All your
I'm
money.
asking, you've got to go to
Okay.
Amazon and buy the book.
Go to Amazon, check it out. The Power of Asking. Barty Toto in the studio. Barty, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the copies of the book, by the way.
I love you guys. You're
Nice.
amazing.